Has anyone else noticed how the internet has been feeling like a sterile hospital lately? Yeah, me too. I've been on the internet for, well, way longer than I'd like to admit, and I remember a time when the internet was way more colorful and brimming with creativity and personality. One example is that on YouTube you used to be able to customize your channel page. You could add backgrounds and add colors and a lot more. By the way, I made a whole video about it, which you should check out, because it's really good. But these days the internet just feels like that one time Squidward's time machine broke and he arrived in an empty white landscape with a few colored squares. Everything is so polished and so minimalistic. So sterile. But let's be real, this whole internet becoming sterile thing isn't exactly breaking news. I mean, people have been talking about this for ages. Back in 2008, Daniel Miller wrote an article in a New Left review called Sterilizing Cyberspace. He basically said that the internet was becoming more controlled, less vibrant and kinda boring. The push to make the web a safer place? Yeah, sure, some things could be safer. But it's come to the point where they wrap the whole internet in bubble wrap. You lose a lot of what made it fun in the first place. And other than a few groups of people who actually enjoy existing in an echo chamber, who here actually enjoys spending time on a website that feels like the digital equivalent of a padded isolation cell? Because I certainly don't. Over the years there has been a relentless push for clean content, which is basically just code for bland and inoffensive. And I'm not only talking about the ban on cursing that made grown adults say frigging and hacking. The drive for uniformity has sucked the life out of the internet. Everything looks the same and advertiser friendly. You can see it on YouTube with it pushing content made for kids. Remember Elsagate? It never left. But don't get me wrong, moderation to some extent is needed. But there's a fine line between keeping the internet safe and making it a miserable place where you don't want to spend time. And with how it's going, I think that in a few years you can't even say hello anymore.
Literally 1984, guys.
And this isn't about keeping people safe from harmful content. A big part of the reason the internet became so sterile is because of what I said earlier. It was to make everything advertiser friendly. The platforms we use know that if they keep everything squeaky clean, they can attract more brands willing to pay for ad space. After all, no company wants their ads next to a video made by a convicted war criminal. Stop looking at me like that. And most of you guys know that recently, 2 years ago is recent to me, okay? Twitter was purchased by Elon Musk. Elon, everyone's favorite free speech guru, promised to make Twitter more free and less moderated, transforming Twitter from a political echo chamber with a lot of censorship to a political echo chamber with a bit less censorship. Well, here's the thing, even if you agree with free speech, or don't, history has shown us that it doesn't always pan out so well.
In comes Mao Zedong!
Who early in his reign declared, "Let 100 flowers bloom," encouraging people to speak freely and offer criticisms of the government. Can you guess what happened next? He killed them. Now, of course, I'm not saying that God Emperor of Reddit Elon Musk will kill you if you criticize him or other parties, but the government is surely looking. So keep talking about your little plans for revolution, I'm sure that will work out just fine. And just to be clear, I'm not asking for a lawless wasteland. We all know how anarchy works. It doesn't. But can we stop making sites that look like hospital waiting rooms? And add a little bit of color again? Everything now feels like it was designed by the same 5 people who decided that beige and white were the only colors a website could have. And it's not just my nostalgia talking. Back in the day the internet felt exciting to go on. Every website had its own style and flavor. And people weren't afraid to experiment. You had bright colors and flashy fonts and a lot of GIFs. I mean a fuck ton of them. People put Flash plugins on the site for little animations and games and whatnot. Luckily there's still a way to experience some of these old internet sites. The site yb.me is a search engine for the old internet, and I've made an entire video about it. Anyways, back to the topic. But even the people online felt more real. Nowadays everyone is so boring and kind of bot-like. Watch my Dead Internet Theory videos, by the way. Pretty much everyone is obsessed with politics and what side of the coin they support. The The internet used to be full of quote-unquote rock stars, but now it's just armchair politicians. But also look at modern games, for example. You join a random match and you don't really talk to the people on the server, and once the match is done, you leave. Back in the day we had community servers that we would join consistently, and we would talk and befriend the people on them. I still talk to my friends that I made on TF2 14 years ago. Well, some of them at least. Even though the internet has made us more connected, it feels as if it's the opposite. With forums disappearing and social media sites becoming a tool for grifters to make easy money, it's hard to find ways to actually meet people you share interest with. But let's talk about YouTube again. Remember when they removed the dislike button? I don't see a single reason as to why they should have removed it. Using YouTube nowadays without using at least 10 extensions feels like talking to a brick wall. And YouTube's only defense in removing them is them saying it keeps trolls away from mass disliking videos. Well, that's not really a valid reason, because dislikes are actually very helpful, especially with tutorial videos. If the video has a lot of dislikes, you know that it doesn't work. But even with normal videos, let's say my video about the best meme of 2023 was wrong, people would dislike it. And new viewers could see that and think, oh, this video must be bullshit. And even before that, YouTube removed comment dislikes, which was an even weirder decision for them to make. There is, however, a browser extension that allows you to see dislikes again, called Return YouTube Dislike, and it's extremely popular with over 5 million downloads. But the problem with this extension is that YouTube stopped providing the dislike count from their API, so the extension only keeps legacy dislike counts. AKA what I'm saying is that it's not accurate at all. The removal of the dislike was pretty much censorship of criticism. Just like with how YouTube is really cracking down on swearing and non-4-year-old proof content. Because when you dislike a video, you are saying that the video is bad. And it doesn't matter if the reason is valid or not, it's your opinion. Oh yeah. And also YouTube's videos and the videos of a lot of companies got a lot of dislikes. So that probably also had an effect on YouTube's decision to remove them. So what's the solution here? Do we just give up and accept that the internet is destined to become a bland, soulless void? Where every corner is plastered with ads for the latest corporate nonsense? I mean, I sure hope not. Maybe it's time we start pushing back. Support the creators who keep things real. Who aren't afraid to add a little color and personality to their content. Explore those weird corners of the internet. And believe me, they're still out there. And who knows? Maybe if enough of us demand a little less safe and a little more exciting, we can bring some of that old internet magic back. But the truth is, it's not just the internet that's sterile. Look at society as a whole. Insert Joker, we live in a society joke.
Get what you fucking deserve!
Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart.
The great beautiful cities of the past now look like something a noob built in Minecraft. Everything is square shaped and lacks any defining feature. So yes, it will be a hard problem to tackle. But there's always a way. Anyways, tell me your opinions in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe. And have a nice day.